Warning, we are not Japanese, so if we mispronounce any names, we do apologize in advance. This podcast will discuss, in many details, many adult themes that is not for anyone under the age of 18. If you are easily offended or do not want to hear people discuss topics involving sex, taboo topics, and other adult activities with harsh language, you have the option of turning the podcast off now. You have been warned.
Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Hentai to Listen. I'm Jerrett.
I'm Matt.
What we have on episode 8, we have a con life, some news, an undisputed topic, and always, of course, our hentai reviews. Up first, talk about what kind of went down at GalaxyCon.
Yeah, so if anyone who doesn't know, Jerrett here managed to go for a day. Is that correct?
Yeah, just a day. I went to GalaxyCon. It was at the convention center downtown, which I kind of hate going downtown because of parking.
Oh, I absolutely hate downtown. It's awful.
Yeah.
I hate the city in general.
Well, I like the city. I kind of wish it was free, some place at the park. But
yeah, no, it sucks.
No.
I fucking hate the city.
Because I'm driving around trying to find a parking spot. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just bite the bullet and just park at the Regency.
Fuck it.
The closest one I could think of was parking at the Regency. But yeah, for those who do not know, GalaxyCon is basically our version of a Comic-Con. You know, they have artists, professional, quote unquote, professional cosplayers.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Celebrities, you know, all those sorts of things. So,
I mean, yeah, it's like it's a convention. I mean,
not like an anime convention. It's
legitimate. This one's like a regular person con, is what I like to call Comic Con.
Yeah. So
it's just very strange. Although, well, you know, with Marvel movies and DC movies and shit, now comic books and stuff like that have become normal. So yeah, I guess GalaxyCon would be considered a normal person con. So
I guess. But so I went there. I got to meet John. I can't pronounce his name.
I met the man, and I don't even know his name. Pretty sure that's.
But anyway, he voiced Bender.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know him.
That man, Marcus Phoenix, which I got that statue signed by him. Very funny guy. Like occasionally while I'm standing in line, he'll, bust out the Bender voice and something like that.
John DiMaggio.
DiMaggio.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's his name. Funny guy. I love his voice talent. It's so good.
Yeah. I also got Christopher Priest. He wrote a couple Black Panther thing. I got my pop figure signed by him. I met Miss Margaret, who wrote for DC Bombshells, the first run of A-Force. Got a couple comics signed by her. Pop figure signed by her. What else? Charles Soule, who wrote Death of X.
Okay.
I got his signed. Spent a lot of money.
I was going to say, this sounds like just $400 worth of autographs.
No, well, like I was doing the numbers in my head because before I went in there, I took out $100 cash.
Yeah.
And then admission was $35. But the only thing that really set me back was the GCC authentication and having that sent up. Total, that was $101.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, 101.
Yeah.
What is life?
Hey, this time it won't be a gold bar. It'll be an actual green.
Okay.
Or wait, no. It'll be a gold bar. The green ones where it's not, there was no witness to it. And then I walked away with that Bishojo Black Canary one. That's the only figure I bought there. It was either that.
So pretty.
It was either that or a $15 one. Other figure, but I could always get that on eBay. Which
doesn't sound too pressing of a matter.
But yeah, I got a big ass line for Dave Bautista and what's her face who played Nebula. Holy shit, those lines
Oh
were
God.
Karen something.
Yeah, what the fuck is her name? I can't remember.
But anyway,
I feel
yeah.
bad, but whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I expect that.
Yeah, no,
I
like
didn't
100%.
I didn't stand in line for them because
No, I never would. If it's like more than like 20 people, I'm like, nope, peace.
well I
fucking worth it.
I stood in line for John. That was not as long as line for Dave and what Karen, but yeah. But if you like Comic Cons type cons, this is probably it.
Probably a good one to go.
I'm probably gonna go for them like after Anime Annapolis because again I'm getting up there, and this is probably the only one that I can actually go to without feeling, not out of place.
Not out of place.
I think next year, that'll be appropriate for my Constantine cosplay, which I haven't worn yet. After 2 cons, after walking around, I kind of wish I did Constantine for that one.
Yeah.
So
that'd have been cool. That would have been fun, I think.
Yeah. And next time, actually scale my timing coming in and going out a little later so I can watch the wrestling match.
But
yeah, that's my con experience of yesterday.
Sounds like a grand old time. I might have to. I probably won't partake unless there's a guest there that actually interests me. But there's very few people that actually interest me, which is very interesting to me. But
the guy who voiced Kuwabara and Chris Sabat was there.
Oh,
if you care, if you care for that,
I like him. He's cool.
Fun fact: the guy, I don't know who he voiced, but he's from My Hero Academia. The villain character with he's that mafia dude.
Yeah,
he has that crow weird looking mask.
Mm-hmm.
That dude looks young. I didn't realize.
Yeah, you'd be actually real surprised to how young some of the VAs are in My Hero.
Yeah, it's weird.
Young bloods.
Yeah,
fresh off the street.
So
that's how we're doing it.
But yeah, that's GalaxyCon. All right, so on to our fun, exciting news.
Yeah, our weird news from around the world. We got some doozies. My favorite one of this is just fucking absurd. A China woman suffers a heart attack because her son couldn't do math. I'm not one to embrace or perpetuate stereotypes, but shit like this doesn't really help the cause.
No, it
at all.
It doesn't. It was basically the woman tried to explain to her son several times how to do a math problem, and he couldn't do it.
He just wasn't getting it.
He wasn't getting it. And next thing you know,
she's getting frustrated. Her just blood is pumping. From what I've read, because there's a couple of articles about it, I don't know which one's accurate. She was starting to scream at him, and then just all of a sudden she just grabs her chest and collapses, and it's a reported heart attack.
Yeah, and I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah, I feel awful for the kid. Can you imagine? You just caused your mom to have a heart attack because you couldn't understand how to do long division
or something,
or whatever the fuck it was.
So that's a whole new meaning of Tiger Mom.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I thought that was just a Hollywood thing.
Tiger Mom. I thought that was what's it called? Reality TV kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
People make this stuff up on Reddit to get fun upvotes and shit for stories. I was like, okay, cool. No, this is the real shit. I didn't think people were this absurd.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, apparently she's recovering fine from what I've heard last in the update that I read to the story. No word on the son or anything like that. My guess is she probably refused to let anyone talk to him, even though she's, in the hospital bed, but whatever.
It's probably one of those kid got stuck him in the hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Don't talk to him.
Don't talk to him.
Oh, no, that was fake.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
So, our next...
I fucking remember that hot air. They, hid the kid in a dumpster or some shit, 2 blocks away. I don't remember. It was absurd.
All right, so our next one, while sticking with China, apparently now they're going to start a gaming curfew.
Yeah, China is very concerned about their youth. Very concerned about the video game addiction going on over there. So they have set up a universal curfew for anyone in like net cafes, and I think they've done it to home as well. I'm not sure. But for sure it's like net cafes. You are not allowed to be on games after X amount of time. Time of day. It doesn't matter how long you've been there. You can get there in the morning once the curfew lifts and then play up until curfew. But after curfew hits, you're done. I don't know. That's kind of a very scary, dangerous thing that they're implementing there.
Well, I mean, it's only for under 18.
Yeah, it's for under 18, but there's not a lot stopping China from being like, let's just increase that shit to everybody.
No, I mean, they're also limiting what you can buy now for depending on your age, what I've read.
Oh, I thought they'd done that a long time ago. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but
yeah, if you're under the age of 15, you can only purchase games. Up to $30. After that, you can't buy.
Oh, you can't buy. Okay.
And then from 16 to 18, you can only use $60.
Huh, interesting.
Which is, I'm like, weird. So I know that won't fly over here.
No, that shit will never fly. That's like,
I don't care what that.
No, but
when I read this, I'm like, man, they got it that bad.
Yeah, China is like, it's very weird over there. It's very weird, and I don't want to say like weird as in like, oh, it's different than us, so it's weird. It's just like a very strange environment to live in, where like the shit's normal to people. Whereas here, like that would never, like you said, that would never fly. Like no one would accept that shit.
No, because
well, some people would, but whatever.
Yeah, because we have no need for internet cafes. Even though I wanted to open one there when I was another Phoenix story.
We're going back, baby. Here's our Phoenix story for the day. I'm gonna start keeping a tally of how many episodes we can get by without a Phoenix story.
I think every
episode has, yeah.
Except for the live one, I think.
No, yeah, I don't count the live one as like an episode. That was like,
but anyway,
that was an exercise in futility and crashing and burning.
Yeah. So yeah. When I first moved there, I think on my way to my apartment, I happened to cross by an internet cafe. I'm like, no shit.
Huh. Okay.
So I went in there. I checked it out. I mean, I pretty much spent my time there playing League because I didn't have my internet set up quite yet. So I went there and buy time and whatnot. It was a cool place. Eventually, it shut down because
yeah, they're not sustainable at all.
No.
Not here anyway.
Not in America. I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. I kind of want to open one. And then after realizing, like, no, everybody has internet at home. It's pretty much a standard now.
Yeah.
Unlike, overseas in Asia where it's like a luxury.
Well, it's not necessarily luxury. It's just the convenience factor. It's much more expensive and annoying to try and get it for like your apartment in like Korea and stuff. Mm-hmm. And honestly, the quality of internet you get at an internet cafe is much better than what you're getting at home because it's a business connection at the internet cafe for everybody essentially. So you get priority traffic when you're connected through an internet cafe.
Yeah.
So,
but still, that's my Phoenix.
That's another Phoenix
That's
story.
my Phoenix story.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's like kind of like arcades and internet cafe. The culture is just so much more interesting and different over there. Versus like you could never get like a group of people to like hang out at an arcade for more than like an hour here. Whereas in Korea and Japan, you can spend an entire day there.
Well, I mean, I guess. Unless you're going to Dave & Buster's or something like that.
I don't consider that like an arcade though. Like that's like
really.
Yeah. It's just like a fun entertainment area it's like a Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
That's going a little too far, but okay.
I
get it.
I've never like, I don't know, every time I go to Dave & Buster's with my friends, it's like I'll have a drink and I'll play a couple of games, and I'm like, this is kind of slim-ass pickings and not much to do. It is. There's just nothing.
Because the only game I really play is that big giant pirate wheel.
Oh, the pirate one, yeah.
Where you can get 1,000 tickets. Mm-hmm. I actually pulled like back to back.
What? No way. That's awesome.
Or maybe it wasn't back to back, but it was like within 5.
Yeah. Well, okay. It's what, like one play session,
Yeah.
basically, of you like being at the machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was pretty dope.
I don't get shit on that fucking machine, dude.
Because that's honestly that's the only big ticket big win there. That's
Yeah.
pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess. Anyway, our next one is
Yeah, this one is not overseas. This
is hometown. Well, not
home turf.
Home turf, as in USA.
Yeah.
So a parent in Nebraska got upset because her daughter, was she like in middle
11.
school?
Yeah, she was
so
11.
In middle school, brought home a manga, which happens to be the Kobayashi Maid Dragon.
Yeah, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So I will preface this by saying I understand why she doesn't want an 11-year-old to read this.
Yes.
I get that. But you don't have to go on this like tirade of like banning it from the library for everybody. Like
No.
that's a little absurd. That's too much.
And the weird thing about it, because I'm like, when she was talking about, like, she flipped to a page where they're talking about their breasts, I'm like, I don't remember that being in the first volume.
Yeah.
Then I had to look closely, and it was like, oh, she brought home the sixth one, which at that point, I think it's the
Yeah, so
Luca?
it starts off actually relatively tame as far as the series. There's some goofy stuff that happens, but the artist definitely gets much more into the lewdness as he continues. And yeah, volume 6 is kind of when Luca and Shota are introduced, and you have more of the characters.
Yeah.
And anyone who's seen that series knows exactly what that character's known for. It's her eyes. Oh, beautiful eyes. And her massive boobs.
Yeah. So, I mean, and then she's going, I'm like, well, and then the school released a statement saying, no, we review everything.
Yep.
And we okayed it.
And you know what? And honestly, I respect the school for doing that, because if they do review it and they did look, I mean, because there's not nudity in Dragon Maid. There's extreme edgy situations, but at the same time, if you're a school that allows like Shonen Jump to be, rented by the students, like there's blood in that, there's violence in that, like where do you kind of draw the line?
Yeah.
So, and from what I understood is they did offer Shonen Jump, and they're like, yeah, that's fine. So, I mean, I don't know. I understand, and again, it's not one of those absurd news stories of like, oh my gosh, she doesn't understand, and like they're literally selling like, I'm trying to think of like an even worse one than Dragon Maid, probably Shokugeki, probably, because that's like every fucking volume someone's clothes are tearing off every 2.5 pages. So, yeah, I understand why she's upset. She wasn't being unrealistic or unreasonable about the situation, but yeah, I've definitely sided with the school in this, and that I think there are much worse ones that they could be giving students. The age range maybe not that great for an 11-year-old to be reading.
Right, because they said it's recommended for young adults.
Yeah, it was in I think they put all their manga in the young adults section, and she just gets it from there. But whatever. I don't know what I haven't been to the fucking school. I don't give a shit to go.
I'm not gonna fly all the way.
Yeah, from what I understood is the school took the proper steps, made sure that it was in the correct location for the correct age range. And the librarian was just like, all right, whatever, kid wants the fucking manga, whatever, the weeb shit, here you go. Like, yeah, I don't know. I understand I understand why she's upset, but my God, this was a funny ass news story when I read it.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy who was outside doing the interview for the fluff piece.
Oh God. Can you imagine? You get to your reporter job, and they're like, "All right, you got to go to this middle school," and they're like, "Oh, why? What am I like talking to a teacher? Is there a fun event?" They're like, "No, you're talking about manga in the library," and he's like, "Oh fuck, I don't know what any of this shit is."
yeah, I feel bad for every.
I feel so bad for like
piece reporter.
Yeah, that just gets tagged onto this shit. He's like, "Fuck, dude. When's it gonna be my turn to report the next big thing?" And they're like, "You're talking to schools about manga and shit. Like, get the fuck out of our studio, get in your van and go." Then he just reflects on like the 8 years of college he went to.
Does anybody know what the hell this is?
Does anyone understand what the fuck's going on?
No. I don't know. Just whatever. Well,
But it's just so fun, like being in the like manga and anime life, like when this shit's like normal.
Yeah.
Trying to view it from the perspective of an outsider is just so funny, because like Miss Kobayashi is like pretty much the epitome of like anime to me, like ridiculous over the top action scenes, ridiculous over the top ecchi, very wholesome at points randomly, very funny at points with just over the top but still well done character design.
Yeah.
And to most people that's like, oh, that's a pretty average or above average anime. It's very good. But from the outside, people look at that and they go, that's so fucking anime. Like, that's ridiculous. It's insane to me. It's so funny.
Oh, all right. So our next one.
Oh, God. We talked about this because we had to find an answer to it. So we're going to let you guys, we're going to read the headline, and then we're going to let you guys discuss among yourself. Just pause the episode. What do you think the math involved in this is? And here's the headline for word. A South Korean man masturbated to a net cafe female employee 14 times. Go ahead and pause here and do your math. Welcome back. So if you guessed that he did this in the span of a couple of days, you're wrong. If you think he did this all in one day, you're 100% correct. He did this over the course of 6 hours?
Yes.
Did you find?
Yeah, 6 hours.
Which just, I don't know what's more of a power move, coming back multiple times to do it multiple times, multiple days, and not getting caught, or just sitting there just wanking it for 14 times over a 6 hour period. And I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
But how the story goes, this man goes into a net cafe. He goes into a freaking indoor smokehouse, or I don't know what you call it.
I don't remember.
I don't know what
the
they're
exact
called.
Details were.
But yeah, it's where you can go into a certain room and you can smoke in there. And he just standing there, viewing this female employee directly. I guess from what I can see from the pictures, the counter is maybe 5-7 feet.
Yeah, it's not
directly
very far away.
Yeah, directly in front of the smoking area. I don't know why.
I think it's just. Yeah, I literally think it's just a designated private smoke room.
Yeah, I couldn't think of.
I don't know what the name is, but
it's a designated smoking area.
Yeah.
Where you could it's clear glass.
Yeah,
so you
like
can
they
see everybody.
Yeah,
and he's just sitting there, just stroking away,
just beating it, dude.
And the woman for some odd reason she knows what's going on,
but she says nothing.
Well,
at first she didn't, but
and then she goes in the back room like, I don't want to go back out there.
Yeah, she's like, this is weird.
Goes back, and from the police report, at first they were blaming her.
Yeah,
blaming her.
Just I don't remember how they worded it, but they're like, "Oh, this is kind of your fault." I'm like, "What? Fucking excuse me?" She wasn't even dressed weird. She was like wearing like a normal work uniform.
This even if it let's see. Let's see. The woman added that the man eventually came to the corridor in front of the restrooms, and she feared something was going to happen. The next day, she reported the man's deeds to the police, but they scolded her. The police said that her testimony, such as, "I'm reporting this even if it only results in a fine, and I should have reported immediately," and had no consideration for the victim at all.
Okay. I don't understand that one bit, but that's interesting. That's a very interesting way of saying it. Yeah. Didn't you think of this man's feelings? He jerks off to you 14 times, and this is how you repay him. You bitch.
But yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Oh wow, no, it's a lot. I'm looking at the pictures again. It's actually a lot closer than what I said.
It's not like
it's like if the smoking rooms, my TV, the counter is basically this wall, or maybe to this couch.
Okay, so that's like 8 feet. Like not even 8 feet. Well, yeah, actually about 8 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's
insane.
That's pretty close.
Insane.
That's pretty close. And I'm looking at. Yeah, because I guess from what I've seen, there's like a grayed out area from maybe almost waist down. But the cameras from the angle, it looks like you can still see everything. So
Yeah. Jeez. What possesses somebody to do this? I don't understand.
well, if this is her, I get it. She's kind of cute, but still,
But there's cute women that are naked on the internet that I can do that in the privacy of my own home.
maybe he doesn't have.
He probably has a phone.
No,
There are internet cafes designed for this type of thing where you can just be like, hello, a private room, please. And they'll be like, oh, private room or like a private room. And they'll be like, yeah, private room. And then, yeah, just go there. You're at the wrong internet cafe. Maybe he got confused. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh, the stamina on this guy.
Yeah, Judd, 6 hours. Hold on, let's let me get the calculator out really quick. Hold on, I got a calculator. So we are going to times this. So it is 6 times 60. So that is 360 minutes. If we divide that by 14, that is one wank every 25 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
25 and 3/4 roughly.
Oh,
Oh boy.
jeez.
I'm
lost for words.
What else do we say? I mean, congratulations, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't.
I know that's not nowhere clears the Guinness Book Records, but
But to do it behind glass, behind glass in a public location for that long,
yeah,
man.
but
Respect asterisks.
yeah, with the asterisk.
I'm not quite sure. Like, don't do this. Obviously, like that's creepy to just.
Yeah,
like-
for me, it'll be a question mark on for me,
Respect
and then an asterisk.
Yeah. It's like that one guy that you outbid for the date at the convention.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the cafe where they had like the bedding and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You saved her. What a guy.
I guess.
According to her.
Yeah, according to her.
Still blows my mind. She's just like, thank God you're less creepy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like,
I don't know how I would take that. Honestly, I'd be like, well, I retract that. Fuck you.
I'm like, all right.
Oh gosh.
That's our weird news for today. This episode.
25 minutes. Jesus Christ.
All right, now we're
No.
gonna get to our debate of the show.
Yep, the age-old question: are traps gay? Jerrett, what do you think?
Well, first off, I've had this thought in my head like all the time when I read, see traps, like, traps are gay, like blah blah. Well, first of all, I think it's worded wrong.
The question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it should be our liking traps, or
Is being into traps gay?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Quite honestly, in a 2D world, no, I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
Because because it could go two ways. One, it could be, in an H situation, we've seen traps with female. They just, dressing girly.
It's normally like Normally what I see is it's like the girls are bullying him, they dress him up as a female, and then stuff happens. Like that's a pretty common thing.
And then I've also seen, they like dressing as girls, and then they just happen to do girls.
Yeah.
And then, and then you have your third one, which is the yaoi.
Yeah, which is
traps.
the femboy, and then sometimes they're both femboys, but very, very rarely are they. Not that I would know,
I rarely.
Yeah, normally that's what fucking bothers me about yaoi. It's all so generic. There's always like the femboy sub, and then like the cool guy Dom, and I'm like, this is so boring. It's so dumb. Why do women like this?
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
I see that so much.
Wow. Okay. Because I mean, most of the covers I've seen just never.
The covers are different. Covers are whatever the fuck they want to be.
Oh.
The actual stories are much different.
Oh, all right. But I don't know, because quite honestly, I've read a couple traps. They're not that bad. You know, it's actually the one where they're actually dressed like girls. They drawn like girls.
Yeah,
and
so
then the guys just. I'm not saying they're oblivious, but they know of it, and they just treat them like girls. So at that point, it's like,
yeah.
does this make no?
Yeah,
does that make you,
it? Does that make it kind of? Well, here's my kind of approach that I take to it, and I make this argument a lot. Is like people sit down to make a series, they have all their characters, blah blah blah, and they're like, shit, we have too many females, and then just one person is like, well, what if that one's just a boy, it just looks like a girl, and then everyone's like, absolutely, and then they just do it. So the character design and generally the original intent and the way it's written is to be a female character. They just happen to be a boy.
Yeah.
Like that happens a lot. Like, and I could be wrong, but like one that two that come to mind is one is called Hagane, I Don't Have Many Friends, which is an actual anime series. One of the characters, the main leads in that, is a trap, and very clearly written as a female character. They just kind of at the last second, I feel, were just like, yeah, what if it was a boy? Yeah, what if?
Well, I thought it was a girl though.
No, there's a different character like in the light novels way later.
Oh.
Yeah, way later.
Oh, it's not the one.
No, it's not the butler.
Okay.
No, that one is like a good version
Yeah.
of like the reverse trap, which I hate the reverse trap because it's a fucking trap no matter what, you fucking people. That's the point. Seriously.
No, I like. Speaking of that, off topic, because I like the Baka the Test one where the twins.
Oh, Hideyoshi.
Yeah, it's like no, you got your
No. You got to go to the changing room.
What are we talking about? Well, no, there's boys, girls, and then Hideyoshi.
And then Hideyoshi over there.
It's like, and it's funny because
It's so funny.
the female of the sisters, like everybody knows.
Yeah, everyone knows it's a girl.
girl, except for the brother.
It's
like-
so funny. Like they go to the beach and he's like shirtless, and they're like, "Nope, can't do that. You got go put on something." And he's just like, "What? What are you talking about? Like I'm a guy." And they're like, "Nope, go."
All right, so yeah, that's our off topic.
Oh God, but yeah, no. Generally, I see a lot of traps that are written in ways that they're intended to be female, but the trap is that they're a boy, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of the time it's very unoriginal. There are some that have done it very well. Steins Gate did it very well with their trap character. That was handled actually exceedingly well, I feel, because there was actual depth and a purpose to them being a trap. But there's way too many that are just like, look at this really cute boy, and he's he's very feminine, but it's a boy. It's like, is he gay? No, he's just very feminine. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I guess if I have to answer the ultimate question of is liking traps gay, on like a primal level, like pure biology, sure, because it's still a dude.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when this character is presented as female and is extremely feminine and is drawn very pretty and sexualized like a female character, I don't think that it's gay to like traps.
Yeah. For me, yeah, I don't.
No, and it's hard to have this debate because we both have the same opinion on it. But there's always a lot of, and I kind of already answered the main thing that people bring up, which I think is terrible. Is well, it's still a guy, and I'm like, well, yeah, biologically, yeah,
Yeah.
but like, and at that level, yes, it's gay because you're engaging or enjoying the sexual activities or thoughts with the same gender. But from a different level, I don't want to say philosophical because it's not that fucking deep, but just from like a societal level and a logical level, if it's presented as a female and I'm told it's a boy, whose fault is that? Is it the one looking at the medium, or is it the one that drew it and then decided to be like, by the way, it's got a penis? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I actually ordered one from J-List. No, because the story actually looks pretty dope.
Yeah. Actually, there's a pretty good one. It's like a shitty ass short visual novel, but it's actually really cute. It's called Trap Shrine. Yeah, I actually just played through this not long ago, and at first I was like, okay, you know what? I'll bite. And it's got that pretty typical visual novel of guy visits shrine maidens or spirits are there and take a liking to him. And it just so happens that the shrine maidens / spirits are cross-dressers, and they're very cute. And yeah, like I said, it's a story written in the term of they're very feminine, they're very female-like, they say really cute things. They just decided, hey, what if they were dudes? Yeah.
So yeah, the age-old questions. I mean, are said traps gay? Probably. Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, more than likely. Nothing wrong with that, of course.
No, yeah. But if liking traps make you gay, no. I
don't think so. I understand where a lot of people come from when they say, oh, well, it's gay and blah, blah, blah. Like, I get it.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of memes out there like, you liking traps make you gay. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I say no.
I mean, ultimately, it just comes down to people like what they like. Like, God damn it, too many likes. But like, fuck. Fuck. But let's say, like, if you're going out in real life and physically sleeping with, if you're a dude, let's say, because I don't think this applies to women, I don't know. If you're a dude going out and you're actively sleeping and seeking out cross-dressing femboy men and sleeping with them, and that's kind of gay. That's kind of gay.
Sure, okay.
And again, in the sense of you're sleeping with other men on that level. Mm-hmm. But if the ones that you're sleeping with are acting feminine, dressing as females, presenting themselves as, I'll say the stereotypical trap, because everyone kind of knows what I mean by that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gay, honestly. I don't know, that's just like a fetish thing to me at that point.
It does, because at that point, for me, that kind of blends in the realm of TS.
Kind of, yeah.
I think the only difference is I don't think they're, I don't know, the hormonal pills, and then on top of, augmentation.
Yeah, well, that's like a whole nother.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's like a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It kind of blends in that.
Kind of blends, yeah.
It's a very thin line between a feminine, full blown trap, and then like what you said,
and then like a transitioning type.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like a whole nother thing that I never get into, because that's just.
Yeah,
that's a very...
in the real world, it's tough. But in the 2D world, no, I don't, because I don't think.
Yeah, no, for sure. In like a 2D world, 100%, like it's.
You're not
gay. Like I'm trying to think of like the best way to describe it. Like if there is a doujin that I'm reading where the male protagonist is going around sleeping with traps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that's considered yaoi. I don't consider that as gay. I think that's just a thing that they're into and that I'm into. And like I have to repeat this like 100 times. Like if it's presented as female and it acts as such and is presented as such, the only thing is they have a dick. Like I find it very hard to be like, that's kind of gay.
Which is weird. It's still under the blanket of yaoi.
Which, it's still under the blanket.
Unless there's an actual female in there, the trap is doing then it's not.
Yeah, then it's absolutely not. Then it's just like then that's just like more often than not that's like a bullying thing where the like females dress the normally a shota up as a trap, and stuff happens after that. But yeah, I don't know. I've seen like a doujin or a story where a female is like actively seeking out traps and just like.
Well, I wouldn't say actively seeking. I've read where it's more of the childhood friend.
Oh, like to dress up as.
No. I wouldn't say make fun of. They just just happen to be there, and
Oh, one of those like, oh no, you caught me in a weird situation kind
I
of
guess.
thing. Okay. I see. I think I see what you mean now. Okay.
But yeah, most like 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's mostly the bullying.
Yeah.
Or maybe 7 out of 10 because I've read.
It's like a bully or like an older sister with a shota or something like
Yeah.
that. It's more often than not like a shota being forced to dress up this way.
Yeah, the other ones are more of the childhood friend
Yeah.
type situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for those who out there, if you're into.
Yeah, if you're into traps, just be into traps. Like, don't fucking care. Like, one thing I feel like I've said on this show before is like we're not here to judge. We don't give as long as you're not diddling real life children. Like that's a fetish is a fetish. Like we don't give a shit. You're not hurting anybody by liking traps. Like it's just another thing to explore.
No. But yeah. All right. So on to our reviews.
Yeah, the reviews. What do we got first?
The first one, I think the first couple of them, or at least 3 of them, these are visual novels. At least the first 2.
A
At
lot
least
of
the
these,
first 2.
a lot of these are adapted from visual novels.
The first one is Otome
Otome Domain The Animation.
This one, which is oddly enough a trap.
yeah.
two of our reviews.
What a coincidence.
2 of our reviews are traps.
I think they're both shota traps too.
Well, the second one is. The first one I think it's just middle school, high school trap. But yeah, so the story goes in Otome, the guy's grandmother was a maid, and she died. Now he's
all alone in this world. I love these descriptions, so I'm just gonna read it for you guys. This one's a little bit long. Due to his grandmother's death, the protagonist is all alone in this world. The daughter of a wealthy family, a girl his age who is also an administrator in an all-girls school, offers him a helping hand and a fresh start. Aw, how nice. With nowhere else to go, he dons a girl's uniform and begins living in the girls' dorm. But the ladies he's living with are all a little off. I'm not going to read the rest of this shit because it's just weird quotes and stuff. But the very last line is, his new life with the Academy's residents was supposed to be a fresh start. But who's taking care of whom? This poor guy. Just everyone he knows dies, and he's left alone at a girls' academy. And
well, for this one, I kind of wish there was a second episode because
there's only one, and I haven't heard any news of any kind of revival or anything like this. So
no, because this came out years ago.
Yep.
But yeah, the story itself is pretty good.
As much as we make fun of it, it's
it's okay.
It's fine.
I have to read. I have to read or watch, play it.
Yeah,
right?
this first episode. This first episode actually makes me want to go through it.
Is it play? Do you play it or do you?
So it depends on what's in the visual novel. Some people say play through. Some people say read through. If there's no like elements that you interact with outside of advancing the story and making decisions, you read through it. But if there's like puzzle elements or like active gameplay, like going through like a dungeon or something like that, then you play through it.
Okay.
So.
All right. Learn something.
Yeah. No. It's weird.
But yeah, the animation's good. The artwork is phenomenal.
For a 1 episode adaptation that's basically just to sell you on playing it, very good quality.
Yeah.
Same with the voice acting, actually.
It's good. Yeah. As far as the scenes go, meh.
Yeah, the scenes kind of leave a lot to be desired.
It's very vanilla.
Yeah, there's not like well, yeah, I'm fine with vanilla, but Mr. Extreme over there is not.
Well, like I said, there's different for me. There's straight vanilla, and there's a little hump for another level of vanilla. But this was
this is pretty straight vanilla outside
basic.
of like the outside of like the trap angle. It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
All the characters are likable. There's nothing that you when you're watching you're gonna be like, oh god, what have I just done? As you stare at the black screen or anything like that. It's a very safe, good introduction. From if the visual novel is this quality, then probably read that. But we'll get to that when we get to that, if we ever get to stuff like that. So
maybe, yeah. All right, the next one is Otokonoko Ojou-sama. Another trap by the title.
Another trap.
If you haven't noticed a trend. So. And this one was Matt was talking about earlier, where I guess there is the bullying element in this. We haven't really seen much of it other than, I don't even count that as a maid outfit, what he was wearing.
Yeah, this one, I think it's a little misleading into what the description is. Because the description is basically, it tells the story of a servant boy named Hikaru and his mistress Ayana. Her favorite thing is dressing up the cute and girlish Hikaru in female clothes and videotaping him as they engage of acts of pleasure. It's not even necessarily bullying. It's just kind of her thing, and she's just taking advantage of this small boy.
Okay, maybe not bullying, but
I mean, it's like bullying. She's like very clearly taking advantage of the situation, but she's not like being a bitch about it.
No.
She's like, she very much likes this person. It's just she thinks he's cute, and so he should wear cute things, and forces him to wear cute things.
Yeah,
and then videotapes them doing stuff.
Well, yeah, in the opening scene, there's a drawer full of cassettes.
Anyone who heard that was the little pupper that we have in the room. He's dreaming and he decided to bark.
Yeah. Yeah, the opening scene where she had literal cassettes of this and of this whole dress up parade.
It's so funny. It's like I normally when we do the reviews, I always like skip through and like skim through some of these to like try and find scenes specifically to talk about. One thing I actually really hate in hentai, when like there's a situation like this where it's like the mistress and like the servant, or like vice versa or whatever, the master and the servant, I hate when they actively call them to their room and they're like, oh, thank you for showing up at this exact perfect time. I'm like, bitch, you called him! What are you talking about? You didn't just wander in. I hate that shit so fucking much.
So,
but yeah, no, she just I don't want to say abused, but he's not like physically harmed or anything. He just gets recorded and ordered into wearing feminine outfits. That's basically this. The scenes are actually pretty good. Again, the art style and everything is decent. From what I remember from the voice acting from this one, it's actually pretty bad, especially from the kid. They try and go like super cutesy and innocent with the voice, and it doesn't work that well. Although they do that for like every shoujo and like every hentai though. So.
Well, I don't know, because the last for Otome, I think that was an actual. Well, I think they're all girls.
Well, I think that was the actual voice actresses from the novel. I think.
Oh. Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did get them. So,
because I mean that one was pretty good.
Yeah, no, that one was good
for voice acting as far as shotas go. Not
or for like a femboy character type thing.
Because sometimes there's different
Yeah,
pitches.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like they didn't just like pitch shift their voice to be like, I'm a small boy.
Yeah,
it wasn't nothing like that. It was like an actual like character voice. It was really good. This one for Otokonoko. If you're kind of into the whole trap dealing with the older women scenario, I recommend it. You're not going to be mad that you watched it or anything. So
I kind of was.
You were kind of mad?
Well, I mean,
it's only 16 minutes of your life gone.
True. True, but some of the scene, like what he was dressed up as. I mean, the whole female swimsuit.
Yeah,
the
it
school
is.
swim was
Yeah, the outfits that she puts him in are actually pretty boring.
Yeah.
There's like a weird, like I mentioned at the beginning, it's like a weird maid skirt type thing. It almost looks like a swimsuit almost situation.
Yeah, almost.
And then later on, the scene changes to him wearing one of those old school swimsuits. The female version, obviously, but.
So I mean, for a trap, this didn't really seem a trap.
Yeah, it was just a kid that got dressed up by the mistress.
Yeah,
So
if there, I'm assuming there's, based on what I've seen, I think this is based off a visual novel. Because there's only one episode, so there has to be.
Yeah, there's got to be something else to it. I don't know. I haven't done my research on this like I normally do.
So if there is a visual novel out there, I'm pretty sure that one's a whole lot better than what I've seen, what I just witnessed.
Probably more seen. He's probably more feminine too, because now that I'm like kind of rewatching this, he's not very feminine looking. The shape of his face very much is anime boy rather than girl. Anyone who watches enough anime, you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
When it comes to like a trap and stuff, the way that the face is normally angled and drawn, you can kind of tell if it's a trap or an actual female. This guy has a very typical anime boy face, so yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was fine. I give it a thumbs up if you're looking for something. So
all right, next one is slave nurses. I know.
Yeah.
I know. We mentioned last episode we were. Did we mention that? I don't know. I know.
We mentioned Midnight Nurses. So,
yeah.
Midnight Nurse. Is it just Midnight? Yeah, it's Midnight something. Midnight.
But we didn't do that one because it was freakishly long.
God, there's like how many fucking episodes of Midnight? Like 8.
Yeah, just the first season alone is
just like fucking long.
But yeah, in this one, the story goes where a guy gets hired as a, what are they called? Wow.
What did he get hired as? I can't remember.
Well, he was a helper at orderly. Orderly. That's what he.
Yeah.
He was hired as an orderly at some remote location for a all male elderly home.
Yep.
So when he gets there, turns out something weird's going on, and sure enough, that something weird's going on happens to be sex. What?
Hey, no.
What?
We're busy. We're recording.
I'm sorry. So where was I? That something weird's going on. That something weird happens to be sex.
Everybody getting laid.
But the weird thing about it, which I love about this story, and mostly any story, is there's a certain frequency that levels up their testosterone, or AKA their sex drive.
Yeah, their sex drive.
And they just, for all of a sudden, just started feeling horny all of a sudden.
Yeah, they're just like, yo, let's just bang.
Yeah, and the reason behind this, because one of the people there happens to be born from the Meiji area. I'm like, what? And they discover immortality, which happens to be, which every series.
I remember when I read that. They're like, I'm immortal, and I'm like, where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah. Somehow it also has to do with what'd they say? Right before conception. There's like some weird chemical.
I can't remember what the exact wording that they used was, but
anyway, for all H series that pertains to immortality, it always comes down to either semen or birth, or the stuff before birth.
Yeah, I don't.
Which is amazing to me. I'm like, how does nobody just in our real world discover this yet? Which is kind of weird. Maybe there is something behind this. Who knows? But anyway, once they're affected by this weird frequency, they can't undo it because it's now a part of them.
Now it's like
if they don't get that signal boost every once in a while they'll just straight up die.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, they have this massive orgy while this frequency is just beaming them. I'm like, well, gotta live on.
Well, shit, gotta keep fucking, I guess.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. The story is just, they have fun with this. Like, this is from that era of hentai where they're like, we need an excuse for everyone to bang each other. We need immortality too.
Yeah.
For some fucking, that's like the plot of so many fucking hentai.
I think we did one before.
I guarantee we have. I don't remember.
I have to look back.
Yeah. But yeah, it's always like some old dude who's like, I found the secret to live forever. Or like some lady who's like, I found the secret to live forever. And it's always the...
Oh, no.
Whatever.
It was during my top 10 living sex toy delivery.
Yeah.
The chibi president just... Well, no, it wasn't live forever. It was more like the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
And it just happens to be semen.
Yeah.
But same kind of concept.
It's always the same fucking concept. It's how are you so young looking? Because I just bang a lot of dudes.
So yeah, Slave Nurses from the early 2000s, pretty good. It's uncensored. The scenes itself is good.
Yeah, actually, for the time, the scenes are actually really good. It doesn't go anywhere super uncomfortable or ever at any of the scenes.
Well, unless you're not into rape.
Yeah, it's not super extreme though.
No,
is the thing.
No.
I mean, yeah, they're under essentially mind control, but yeah, it's not like they're not like sitting and crying like, "Oh my god, this is the worst fucking thing on the planet." It's like it's rape, but it's not like the uncomfortable kind of like they're having like guns pointed to their head and shit. So
at that case, then don't watch Heart Work.
don't watch that.
Which we actually shown during.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, we're bad people.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it.
But yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh. I like Slave Nurses.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I don't have anything negative to say about it. So
no.
I mean the plots are ridiculous and insane, and I'm sick of seeing this plot line. But
I kind of like the plot line because every new one I see, I'm like, it's a little different, so slightly different, so it makes it interesting.
Yeah.
On how they pertain immortality or fountain of youth or something like that.
So ridiculous.
It's fun.
Oh god. Yeah, it's a fun time. If you're looking for something a little more intense than just vanilla, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. There's quite a bit of toy play.
Yeah, because there's a lot of female on female in this one, simply just because of, like we said, the frequency mind control thing.
Yeah.
So they're just getting turned on all the time. So they're like, well, hello, best friend. Would you like to toy play with me?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. So our next one is Marshmallow Imouto Succubus.
Yeah. Anyone guess what this one's about? It's about succubuses.
It's about big-breasted little sister succubus, which basically from that title.
Yeah, I thumbs up. I don't even know what you have to say about this one. It's just no, obviously.
So how the story goes, father leaves two siblings behind while
because of course he does. Yeah. He's got a business trip. Or some other reason to leave the fucking house for a long time.
Yeah. This time it's he's playing Indiana Jones. He's off, excavating.
Yeah, he's like an archaeologist. So I don't even remember what he was.
So anyway, he goes off. Next thing you know, the guy loses a medallion. I guess, yeah, we'll call it a medallion. Which never...
The MacGuffin. He loses the MacGuffin. I mean, who fucking cares what it is?
Next thing you know, his sister, which turned out it's not really his sister.
Because of course not. Why would she be?
I don't know. I don't think it mattered.
No, it doesn't. I don't think he gives a shit.
No.
He wouldn't have given a shit.
Nobody gives a shit.
No one gives a shit.
And next thing you know, she ingests Siemens. Here comes, the horns, tail, the wings.
Yep, the whole good old kit and caboodle.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, what the fuck's going on here? I was like, hey, you're succubus, I guess. Well, he didn't not right away, but
Yeah, no, he's like, what's going on here? Wait a minute, you're different.
you're my sister. Shit. Wait.
Shit, stop this.
I'm coming more. Hey, yum yum yum. More. Next thing you know, he wakes up. He's confessing to a student, I guess. It's classmate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a classmate.
Turns out, go figure.
Wouldn't you know it? She's the succubus.
Too. I'm like, you seem different. Oh, the MacGuffin's gone.
Oh,
again.
the MacGuffin. Oh, no.
It's gone again.
God damn it, they actually say the line, incest is the best in this fucking series.
Oh,
I just saw it. God damn it. And then he wakes up and he's like, something strange happened, didn't it?
Yeah. And so, yeah.
I'm just watching. This is the best dialogue.
So, and then at the end of the first episode, the sister splits into two people. Okay.
Yeah, that one didn't make a whole lot of sense.
No.
They don't really have a reason for it.
And then,
Outside of like, oh, I thought you would like this, I guess. It's weird.
And then apparently they're connected and they could just, feel each other.
Yeah, the pretty typical thing that you see of, oh, whatever happens to one, you feel with the other, blah, 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 kind of bullshit. So.
Yeah. I quite honestly, this was very typical.
Yeah, and if you're even kind of familiar with a succubus type story or like a, brother and sister left a home type situation, there's not really any surprises here.
No,
There's incest. She just happens to be a succubus. They bang. He bangs his schoolmate, and then they have like the three-way at the end because there's two female characters. So of course he's got to get a blowing by both of them at the same time. The plot itself is just kind of funny. I like the whole I lost the talisman, so now there's succubuses everywhere. That's really funny to me.
Yeah.
The scenes are fine. The art's really good.
But yeah, the story in itself.
Yeah, the story itself is like.
You can see it coming a mile away.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen. You know exactly what's going to happen. Like, he's left alone in a room with his classmate. What's going to happen? I have no idea. This could go anywhere. Like, really. Like, let's be a little fucking realistic here.
Maybe we should stay away from succubus.
Yeah, because they're all the fucking same. They're all the fucking same.
Well, except for that one half succubus, half vampire one that we did.
I like that one, but it's not that great. As good as everyone says.
I saw somebody posted a meme on Twitter for that series.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
My all-time favorite one was when you sit in a restaurant and the waiter finally brings your food, and it's a picture of her saying "hot stuff is coming." That one is that one's like my favorite.
Where the hell is it? No.
Of course, they're not blood related. Like, this is fucking dumb.
It's from J-List posted it.
One day I just want them to be blood related. I'm so sick of this shit.
I'm pretty sure there are.
I mean, there are, but not like often.
No. Where the hell posted? Well, anyway, it was a picture of her, and it says, what did it say? The first one. Hold on. No, I gotta find it because
God, he doesn't want to misquote it.
Yeah, because it was like a multiple choice. Sorry, guys, for the downtime.
It's a very important meme.
Well, it's not that important, but god, where the hell is it? Kind of wish I liked it now.
Hit that retweet button, yo.
Okay. All right, fine. I'll paraphrase it. Sorry. So yeah, it's a picture from the Maki-chan Seiki series. So the first one was, damn it, You're a Weeb. Second one was, you know what this is about. Let's say, you know, it's a hentai, and the last one was, you know, all the above, and you should be ashamed of yourself or something like that. Sorry, it would have been funny if I could actually find it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I liked it. It was funny.
Yeah,
anyway. But yeah, I think from now on, I think we should kind of maybe stay away from Succubus unless it's an actual one that we didn't see. You know.
We didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Except for him. No, they're all the fucking same. It's so... I mean, it's whatever. Like, a Succubus story is generally a safe story. You know what you're going to get from it. There's very little deviation ever. Even with that being said, just because I think the animation is good, watch it. You know?
Yeah. I know it's... who was the... Loon Pictures, okay. Yeah, that Loon Pictures actually put out pretty good stuff.
Yeah, all their art, they don't really change their art style from any animation, but it's good. They don't really need to. Generally, you're going to get some pretty high quality stuff from them. So.
Yeah. Speaking of, I know... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, well, I gained 1 follower, but it's a spam follower.
Oh, a spam follower. Oh, well, we tried.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep doing what we're doing because no one's giving us feedback, honestly.
No. But I like to remind everybody, because remember, keep watching its hentai, because as we mentioned, was it last episode?
I think last episode.
We're doing Seen It Hentai Edition.
Yep. So just pour through all of them. All of them. Some of the ones from that we've covered will be on there, and other ones, who knows? We'll see. We'll see what movie we get.
Still trying to figure out a prize.
Yeah, what do we even... Oh, we should get one of those, like, booby mouse pads. 100%. There's going to be a degenerate out there that wants that if they win the Have You Seen It Hentai Edition.
Yeah.
100% they would want that.
Like actual showing...
yeah, like actual showing titty mouse pad.
Of what character?
I don't... Does it matter?
Well...
Titties.
I guess. I don't know. I had
we'll
one.
Find one.
I had one. That damn thing fell apart real quick.
Yeah, they're not that great. Someone's gonna want it. Someone's gonna want it.
Sure. Yeah. Follow up, because I know Matt asked me.
Yeah, boys.
Before the episode started recording. For those who wondering what happened with my story about this one girl, asked or wanted to meet me, and I told her to listen to the first episode of podcast.
Yeah, his mom tried to set him up on a date. He's like, all right, let's do some pre-screening, have her listen to the first episode, and let's see what happens.
And it turned out, no.
It turned out nothing happened.
No. And from what my mom tells me, she liked the episode, but I don't know, because
maybe it was me. Maybe I'm too much for people. That's what I'm starting to think. I ruin everyone else's chance.
Because oh man,
I'm the best wingman ever. Dude. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
But yeah, then I had to go back to the first episode, what we did, and there
wasn't really anything.
There wasn't really much there.
It was just like, here's the format of the show. Here's kind of our personalities a little bit. Here's a little review of a hentai. Goodbye.
Yeah, and so, and then my mom asked me, it's like, what, is the podcast that bad? No.
Honestly, it's for what we thought it was going to be. It's pretty tame.
Yeah.
just the last half of the episode is when we dive into shit. Maybe once we do like the riffs and stuff like that, then it's gonna start getting like, okay, like these are the kind of people we're dealing with. But yeah, no, honestly, it's just kind of been a podcast where we talk about random shit, and then it just happens to have hentai at the end. Honestly, that's kind of what it's been, which I'm fine with. But yeah, once we get into like, because we're probably gonna need an entire episode to cover like Midnight Nurses and shit like that. Like that's like an undertaking.
God,
that like actually has story to it. So like that's like watching it and like taking notes and like paying attention to shit, and like that's and then like the riffs are just we just sit and commentate on whatever. Like, that's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny as fuck. I feel like those are great.
But yeah, and then my mom said, should I listen to them? Like, no, I don't think you should.
No. Like, honestly, when my mom asked, like, what do you do at Jerrett's house? I'm like, oh, we just play Street Fighter and Tekken, and then I leave. She's like, oh, that's it? I'm like, yeah, nothing else.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, really?
Yeah, she don't need to know.
I mean, I know.
I'm already the black sheep of the family. I don't need, like, physical evidence of, like, disowning their child.
No, I'm pretty sure my mom will just give me a funny look if I just told her what I just tell her we do a podcast about, the dark side.
The dark side of anime and shit.
Of the community. I'm like, okay, is it vulgar?
Kinda. It can be kind of vulgar. But we don't. Yeah, no, like it's not as vulgar as what I thought it was gonna be.
No.
There's like some episodes where we're like, oh yeah, no, she just like gobbled his cock. Like that's like something I know I've gone on record of saying. But yeah, no, like that's not like every sentence that we speak. So I feel like we're pretty tame as far as what the focus is about. So
until you see us live, this is pretty
God, well, that's when we get into the riffs, and that's when I just let loose, and I have a lot of fun with that shit.
So yeah, that's the only time when you see us. Yeah, what you say?
Yeah. Once we get to like the riffs here, then we'll start letting loose again. But honestly, it's so much better in front of a crowd. Like it's so much funnier.
Yeah.
When there's an audience to like laugh along and make their own comments and shit, that's pretty fun.
Appropriate comments.
Yeah, appropriate. I can't remember what we were watching, but someone said like something real fucking dark, and everyone just kind of was like, "All right, let's just move on." I'm pretty sure it was when we were watching Discipline. I can't remember what they said, and I'm really sad that I didn't. But yeah, no, like we were like it was like someone said something, and we just kind of all rolled with it, and then someone like tried to add on to it, and we're all just like.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. All right.
Let's ignore that and move on.
That's it. I never remember anything. I can't remember.
I wasn't even drunk that time, so.
Was that Minneapolis or was that Meta?
That was Meta.
Meta?
Because we did Discipline at Meta.
Okay. Huh.
I don't remember. No, we did Bible Black at Annie, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Bible Black, there were some good ones too. there was some funny ass shit in Bible Black. Mostly from the English voice acting. That was all fan. That did the work for us.
Yeah.
It was great.
So yeah, that's little what happened.
Yeah, that's Jerrett's update of no date, but we'll see. We'll find the lady who's like listening to this podcast, and she's like, "Give me a piece of that man meat."
Well, I guess. I'm like, sure. I mean, if you see me. If you see me.
You're so disinteresting.
Am I?
Yeah. Not like as a person, but I was just I like throw you a pitch and you're like, whatever.
Well, no, again, I'm kind of going down, I don't want to say downhill, but.
What do you mean downhill?
Well, like I said, I don't want to say downhill.
But like, what are you implying? Like, are you like look-wise, personality-wise,
no,
caring-wise?
Giving up. I was trying to go.
Okay. I see what you mean now.
I'm,
I was there at the age of 18.
My caring level of finding a relationship is going downhill. There it is.
Yeah. If it happens, it happens. Yeah. If not a big deal.
I'm pretty sure that's what all of the females on the dating site I'm on are like.
They're like, whatever.
Yeah, if
you're not a serial killer.
Well, no, not only that, it's like I've seen the same freaking profiles for the past years now. Yeah. And I'm
one, that's weird that you remember that, and two, that's kind of sad at the same time that they've been on there that long.
Yeah, that's
normally women are like on for a month, find something, either delete it or not, depending on what they're there for, and then like you never see them again, or it's like inactive for like years.
And
that's
I'm not
interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
And I'm not on there, every day. I'm on there for like, maybe once a week.
Like once a week or like once a month or something, just checking out to see if you got hits or notifications or something.
Same person, next page, same for the past years since I've been here. So it's like either these are fake profiles or
interesting.
Your standards is way too high.
Way too high when you're on a dating website.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. You can actually find very nice people on dating websites. I shouldn't say that.
True. Yeah, I get
that. I mean, that's just how the world's going now. It's like Tinder. Well, Tinder is still like the hookup type app, but you can still find, relationships and shit on that. So.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so, that's all relative.
So yeah, when you're trying to throw me a bone, I'm like,
You're not gonna like get your hope up and be like, oh my gosh, like I have to do like really go for this. It's like whatever.
Yeah. So
that's fair. I was kind of like that for a long. I'm still like that, honestly. Like if this relationship ends, I'm not gonna like go out of my way and be like, hey, let me go find some ladies. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, whatever. But
no, you guys are gonna make it.
Whatever.
Like, oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Like,
sure.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Like,
if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
Sure. How long you guys been?
5 years.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty long.
But the issue is I don't want to get married ever. I don't want kids ever. So.
Yeah,
Fuck kids.
I
fucking hate
as I get older, I'm getting there too.
Yeah, I like my time. I like my money. I like to travel. I like doing what I want to do. I don't want to wake up at 12 in the morning or like 1 in the morning because a kid's crying. Fuck that.
When you travel like out country, or where have you been?
I've been to Europe twice, Mexico once, never going back. That was not great.
What part of Mexico?
It was like the nicer, like resorty type of part of Mexico.
Oh.
So it was like, like I'm not gonna get kidnapped by the cartel anytime soon type of shit. I shouldn't say that, but everyone.
Yeah.
But there are parts in Mexico that are
I know,
and I don't think that's a terrible thing to say when. There's an app, like if you go to like Brazil, there's an app that tells you when gang shootings are happening and shit, so you can avoid those streets. So like,
I wouldn't go to Brazil.
No, I would never go to Brazil. I don't care how hot your women are.
Yeah,
I don't care
not
how
because
hot.
of that, just in general.
There's nothing in Brazil that even like touristy that I could ever think of that I would want to go see. And then currently, a couple of my friends are talking about going to Japan. And then I went to South Korea not too long ago, so it was super fun. I really liked that.
Nice.
I was back in my StarCraft 2 days, actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Wow. Well, good on you.
Yeah, that was fun. I had a lot of fun in South Korea.
Because, when I think about it, it's like, where do I want to go other than the obvious? And then
it sucks when you say, like, I want to go to Japan, because it's like everyone fucking wants to go to Japan.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's a cool country. Like, take away... like the fact that I like anime and shit like that, I just want to go to be there. Like it's a cool place. Like that, nothing to do with the fact that I like anime and shit. Like I've always wanted to go. It just so happens that my destinations have changed because of the like of anime. So
yeah, and then other than that, it's like, well, where else I want to go?
Like China, not really. Like
no,
not really anything. Hong Kong. I mean, Hong Kong, I guess, would be cool to go see. But, like, would I make, like, a dedicated trip to go to Hong Kong?
No.
Not
for me,
I would
no.
never, like, if it's, like, on the way and, like, I have a day to kill, like, sure, I'll walk around Hong Kong and I'll see some shit in Hong Kong. But, like, I will never, like, in my life be like, yeah, I'm going to go to here to China, here in China, here. Never in my life will I do that.
Yeah. So, for me, the only places I could think of is Ireland.
Oh, I would love to go to like Ireland or Scotland or something like that. That'd be cool. That actually would be interesting.
Because I want to go to Paris because I'm not into art, culture, and anything like that.
I feel like that's all Paris is. It's
just
like
so I want to go
a bunch of like hipster. I honestly think that Paris has become like the hipster capital of the world. I'm not even kidding. because there's just so much shit in Paris that, like, from what I've heard, it's just been overtaken by just snobby pieces of shit that are just, like, overhyping everything. So that's just what I've heard. I don't know how true that is, but, yeah. No.
I wouldn't go to England.
No, fuck England.
Yeah.
Fuck England. Fuck it.
Yeah, really?
I was there for, like, a layover, and I'm like, this is awful. I never want to be back here.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you people. You in the UK, you all suck. Get your head out of your own fucking asses.
My mom went there, she works for Delta part-time. So she went there. I forgot if it was a layover or something, just stopped by. And
no. Awful people. Awful place.
Awful food.
I like your public transportation, I guess. Your trains are cool.
Apparently the food sucks.
Yeah,
for
your
her.
food sucks.
I hear that from everybody. I'm like,
I don't care what anyone fucking says. Like, oh, the England food is so good in the United Kingdom. It's like, no, it's not. Fuck yourself. It's awful.
So,
you don't know what good food is. That's why it looks good.
So, and then Germany, maybe.
Oh, I would love to go to Germany. I went there for, like, a school trip. So, like, you couldn't do, like, the fun German stuff when you're older.
Yeah.
I would love to go, like, a beer hall and, like, just hang out. Like, because their culture when it comes to, like, drinking and, like, food and stuff is much and very interesting, very cool, very camaraderie type deal. So I would like that. That'd actually be really fun.
So, I mean, other than those places, I mean, I said this to myself. I'm like, well, if I'm single when I'm hit 40, I know where I'm going. Adult capital of the world. I'm going to Thailand. That's where I'm going.
Going to Thailand, hell yeah.
But I've seen the prices first class just in itself. I mean, I'm talking like the first level first class.
Yeah, not like the good for like business first class.
Oh my God.
That's like,
holy shit. And I'm like, wait, but it's further from Japan because first class going to Japan is cheaper going.
Which just blows my mind.
Yeah,
blows my mind.
Then I had to pull up the map. I'm like, Japan. No, okay, I get that. It's a little further. Well, okay,
it's a little further, but it's like not worth like the extra $1,000 or so fucking dollars that I think it still is. Because when I looked, there was like an 800 plus price difference.
800.
Yeah.
Where the hell did you look? Because I saw
there was a couple of airlines.
Because I saw 3,000.
Yeah,
difference.
like, well, it was like I'm pretty sure it was like, oh god, what was it? Actually, no, it might have been because I just did single instead of round. Because round trip, when I was looking at prices, that was like what it was, like $3K difference.
That's
what
I
if
was
you were just
at.
doing like, if you're like doing like layover directly or like layover single trip, then it was like a little cheaper. But yeah, no, like if you're doing like a round trip directly there, it's like holy shit,
God,
fuck that.
So yeah, I'm like, if I'm doing that, I'm like, well, shit, I got to start saving when I'm 35.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because holy shit, because there's no way I'm going there, coach. There's no way. Not even Japan. I'm not going there, coach.
I would. The most times I've traveled, I've done Comfort Plus, which isn't much more, and that's fine. You still get a little bit of leg room, and you're not crammed in there like sardines. But yeah, I will never fly coach, ever. If I have the choice between like sitting on top of the plane and flying coach, I'll sit on top of the plane.
I hate flying coach so
much. It's so awful. It's awful. And airlines are still making the seats smaller.
I hate flying. I know it's faster, but I just hate flying.
It's off. I fucking hate it. My girlfriend's never done it. She gets so anxious. So when I have to take her to Disney World in February, it's just gonna be torture. She's just gonna be a nervous wreck, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Wait, Florida or Cali?
Florida. I would never go to the Cali one unless I had a reason to go to the Cali one.
I'm trying to think which one's better.
The reason I'm taking her to Florida is because she's literally never been. So I figured that would like be good.
To Florida or for just Disney World in general?
Disney in general.
Oh.
I mean, she's never been to Florida either. She hasn't done any traveling. So.
Oh. Well, good for her.
Yeah, I mean, keep it that way. Like, you don't understand the horrors and terrible shit. I don't know how people travel for a fucking business or a life. My uncle does it. He goes to like China regularly, or UK. He's been to Korea twice, Japan once. He's been to Russia, and he like hops between those places constantly. And I'm like, how?
And coach?
I pray to God his company gives him either Comfort Plus or business or the first class.
Oh,
I pray to God.
Yeah.
Because if he has to do that shit coach constantly. Yeah.
No.
Anyway.
That's our travel plans.
That's our travel plans / ideas and rants and all the bullshit that we do at the end of these episodes. So.
Man, yeah, because there's no way I can stay.
I would never go to Thailand on coach. That's like,
no.
You might as well just try and fit yourself into a box and ship yourself. Honestly, it'd probably be cheaper too and safer. But, fuck flying coach, dude. Oh boy, I'm breaking everything.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a garbage can.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, that's our 8th episode. When we get to 10, I'll have a surprise. I'll wait for that.
Okay.
I'll tell you after.
It's a super surprise because I don't even know it.
Yeah.
He probably just came up with it.
Well, no, it was swimming in my head for a while. But yeah, that's our 8th episode.
Yeah, nothing.
Make it till 9th.
Yep. And, as we've said before, it's that time of year of family gatherings and holidays and shit. So we'll see how fast we can keep these going through the end of the year. So
yeah.
No, I don't have any super fun quips or anything to end on. Do you have any super fun quips or anything to end on?
Bears suck.
They do.
But yet they're winning.
Yeah. Browns Super Bowl 2019. I'm still sticking with it.
Sure.
Sure. I'll have to explain that joke one day.
All right, but yeah, thanks once again for listening. Well, I was gonna say like and subscribe, but this isn't YouTube.
Please leave a like and a comment. Rate 5 stars on iTunes. All that good. We need the interaction on the videos for the algorithms. I'm Matt. Thank you for watching.
I'm Jerrett. Rocks to speak.
Goodbye.
No? Okay. Chip.
Rocks to speak. No.